Thank you. So there are many milestones on the way to growing up. There are all the obvious ones like graduating high school and college and acquiring a spouse or a mortgage and a child. But there are a lot of lesser milestones for each of us that we interpret differently. And for me, one of the ones that meant something was the first time I hosted the Thanksgiving dinner and invited my parents to my house. I was going to be the adult. And this was after we finished school. My wife and I were sharing a house with another couple, no more student apartments. And we were actually building an addition on this house, so our lives were a mess. There's a lot of, it was chaos. But we decided we would enjoy life. We'd have this great Thanksgiving dinner. I'd invite my parents. They said yes, they'd come up to Wisconsin and celebrate with us. And it's no surprise this meant something to me. This was the big meal holiday. I mean, I wasn't ever planning on hosting a Seder. And Christmas dinner was, as you can guess, takeout Chinese. So this was it. And we got into it, this other couple and us. I was going to get my mother's special stuffing recipe. The other people were from around the country, and they had their favorite foods, and it was going to be an eclectic and wonderful Thanksgiving dinner. There'd be wine. We were in our 20s. We thought we knew everything about wine, so we would have that. And everything was going well. And about mid-October, we knew there was one thing. We had to get a new stove, because this house had come with an apartment stove. I've never seen one since then, but it has two burners, a front and a back, and it's half the width of an ordinary stove. You could make a pie or a roast, but you could not get a Thanksgiving turkey into this space. And my friend decided he liked to save money. He was going to buy one at an auction. They had all these estate auctions around Madison, farmhouses that were being sold off. So he studied the papers. We had a month, so we were willing to put up with this. And he studied them every Sunday, looking for auctions. And he found this place. They were selling off 2 stoves. We could surely get one. So we had an adventure. I'd never done this. We went off, and sure enough, we successfully bid on one of these big white stoves. We had another adventure getting it back in his VW bus and got it into the kitchen, took that little stove and put it in the basement, never to be seen again, and put this beautiful white appliance in our kitchen. It looked good. We spent the next week making soup and omelets and grilled cheese and just feeling good about the world, and Thanksgiving arrives. We get up really early because we want to have an early afternoon turkey, and we take this farm fresh turkey and I stuff it, and we do all the things the cookbook said, and it looks beautiful. It just looks great. We didn't know all roast turkeys look the same when you're getting them ready, but we were proud it was ours. We turn on the oven. And we wait for it to warm up, and after 10 minutes, it's 190 degrees in the oven. So it's a slow oven to warm up. And we wait another 10 minutes, and it's still 190 degrees. And well, we had some thermostat problem. We're very competent men. We turned the dial up to 560. And 10 minutes later, it's 190 degrees. And the women already know we're in deep trouble. But my friend and I, we fix things. So we get out voltmeters, and we're, about 2-phase power to electrical ovens, and we measure it, and it's good. It's all right. It's the oven that's not working, and we didn't happen to have any friends, so we could say, could we make our Thanksgiving dinner in your kitchen on Thanksgiving Day? Nobody close enough. So we're sitting on the floor, despondent, not knowing what to do, and we realized we had no choice. We take this beautiful oven and push it out on the porch, get that little oven from the basement, and plug it in. And we attack this raw turkey with knives, a saw, and a very small sharpened axe. It's difficult and it's disgusting. And we just want to get it to be narrow enough so we can push it into the stove. And it won't go, we cut some more, and finally we push it in there, and we lift up the door, and of course the door pops right open again. So we push the door shut and get a pickaxe, a full-size pickaxe, and brace it against the center island and hold that door shut. And we sit on the floor like, we're crazy. This is not going to work. But half an hour later, we stand up and we start making all the good fixings and stuff. My parents show up, just have a seat over there, or we'll be with you. We take this thing out of the oven, and we still have some hacking to do, because anywhere it was pushing on the sides, it really didn't cook. But there's enough cooked meat to feed all of us, and a lot of fixings, and we just bring it out there, and it's okay. It's okay. They asked 2 questions, like why didn't we carve it at the table, and why is there a pickaxe on the floor? We don't answer either question. We're not telling them that. We did afterwards go out to a bar. This didn't become a Thanksgiving tradition, and we told them the whole story. We all laughed, and we felt a lot closer to my parents, and we all felt like grown-ups after that. It was just a difference. I'll give you a postscript. A week later, we had an appliance man come in. He takes one look at this stove, looks at us and says, $50. I guarantee to fix it, $50 though. You gotta pay me first. He goes right over, puts his hand on the top, reaches behind and says, look, there's a toggle switch back here. It says warm only on it. People who have 2 stoves use one to keep things warm. Thank you.
Richard, everybody.